Hyokusei minasan, himatsubushi no professional de.
Welcome to the Professional of Killing Time. I'm Rima, and let's waste some time together. Today, we're going to be talking about Jane Doe, and we got a little taste of her kit from the Undercover R&B special episode. If you have not played the Undercover R&B special episode yet, I advise you to click off the video and come back at a later time once you finish that. Alright guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of Jane Doe. Or should I say, Doe.
Wow, that rat tyrant girl sure has that.
If you're like me and spent the first 20 minutes evaluating Jane Doe's walk, then you, my friend, are very cultured. But if you didn't spend that time looking at Jane Doe's walk, then you are mentally stronger than us degens. On a serious note though, let's start with Jane's passion. So if you look in the upper right hand corner, you can see the meter right below Jane. This is her passion meter, and once you build it up to max, the color goes from blue to red. When the meter turns red, Jane enters the passion state. You can also notice her tail has the reddish glow to it, just like the meter. That is how you can also tell that she's in the passion state. Once in the passion state, her physical anomaly buildup rate is increased by 25%, and her attack also gets buffed along with that, assuming you exceeded 120 anomaly proficiency. Now the max for this is 600, so as long as you have an anomaly proficiency at 300, you can get the max benefit of the buff. Also keep in mind, using Jane's skill that deals damage will consume your passion stream, but when activating a perfect dodge or defense assist, you will regenerate your passion stream. After the passion gauge runs out, Jane loses her passion state. Her basic attack hit multiplier goes up to 6 hits, and the 6th one being her strongest hit. For her Sao Chow jump, I just butchered the shit out of that. Basic attack is when you hold down your attack button and Jane begins spinning like Piper. Now the best way to tell if you can use this move is by looking at the circle beside her passion meter. When the passion meter state is active, you will be able to utilize that move, but keep in mind that you only can use it once per passion state, and you definitely want to be using this move because the damage scaling on this move is pretty nutty. Her special attack energy cost is 60, and the damage scaling on this looks pretty good, but being that her energy cost is at 60, you might want to hold off using her special attack until you have like 60 energy for it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy there. Jane's chain attack, Flowers of Sin, immediately puts her in the passion state and also maxes out her passion gauge. Her ultimate does this as well. So if you're in a pinch and need to enter the passion state, remember, you can always use your ultimate or chain attack and you will instantly be in the passion state. Her ultimate has a higher damage multiplier while her chain attack is lower, but the daze multiplier is higher for the chain attack and lower for her ultimate. Okay, now Jane's dodges are pretty amazing. Like, look at the way she moves her body. Like, come on guys. Like, let's be real, come on, like look at this. It just, speaks to me. Like it's telling me a story.
And I just get so lost in those.
But really though, I think her dodges would be very, very useful and beneficial because she gets an extra dodge. And I know that might not sound like a lot with an extra dodge, but think about it. If you are bad at the game like me, an extra dodge makes a world of a difference. Let's be real. And her movement is really good because she just moves around pretty fast. I can especially see this being even more useful when trying to back away from the enemy or even trying to approach them. Her dodges varies from so many different varieties such as S-Jump, Swift Shadow Dance, and
Phantom Thrust.
Like, who wouldn't want to be hit with a Phantom Thrust by Jane? Like, come on now. But anyways, jumping over to her core skill, Hoyoverse really cooked up something amazing here. Like, they turned into Soma from Food Wars and just threw down in the kitchen. Like, this is freaking crazy. Now let's dig into this juicy monstrosity of a kit. So first off, when Jane attacks an enemy, they go into the nod state, lasting for 10 seconds. Once a squad member triggers assault on that enemy in the nod state and makes them flinch, the flinch effect will last 5 seconds longer than usual. And the assault damage has a chance to crit with a base crit rate of 31% and crit damage of 50%. Each point of Jane's anomaly proficiency further increases the crit rate by a whopping 0.31%. I know that was a crap ton of info, but grab your pickaxes and let's break this down together. First off, the assault damage can crit, which is freaking bananas right there. But the base crit rate of the assault damage is 31%, and it also scales off of Jane's AP, aka her anomaly proficiency. So with that information alone, remember how I was saying that you want to have her anomaly proficiency at 300? Well, if you multiply 300 Jane's anomaly proficiency, which is maxed out for her passion stream, then multiply that by 0.13, which comes from her core passive insight, you get 39% crit rate. Now you have the base crit rate of 31% plus an additional 39%. You get 70 crit rate. This is awesome. But honestly, I wish that number was like,
69 though.
Hoyo was cooking up a fucking meal with this one. Not gonna lie. Keep in mind that this is only the core skill at level 4, which is the ABCD thing that we see when upgrading our characters. Looking at her additional skill, for the most part, it basically increases Jane's physical anomaly buildup rate by 20% when she has another anomaly character or someone from the same faction, such as Bread Yuan, Seth, and Chingy on her team. When an enemy is suffering from an anomaly attribute, Jane's physical anomaly buildup rate towards that specific target is increased by an additional 15%. So for team building, you would probably want to have Jane Doe in the middle and the other anomaly character in front of her to get the benefit of the effect easier, since that anomaly character is going to be putting their shock, burn, freeze, or whatever on the enemy's head first. You can switch to Jane and get that extra 15% anomaly buildup for her. So you will have a total of 35% anomaly buildup for her, which is phenomenal and will make a significant difference in her damage. So that's going to wrap up Jane's kit for the most part. Now the important question is, are you subscribed to the channel? If not, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys for all the love and support, and can't wait for us to grow even bigger in the future. Alright, now really though, the question is she worth pulling for, and is she broken? I would say hell yeah, brother. She is worth pulling for just for her cakes alone. Just for the pure bakery alone, she is worth pulling for. And I think she is going to change the meta and really put anomaly characters on the map for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. So characters like Piper and Grace will definitely benefit from having Jane on their team. And I know you must be thinking,
Wait, Rima, why would I have Piper and Jane on the same team? Like, they're both anomaly physical DPSs. They need to be separate, right?
no, you can have both of them together. I know it might sound crazy, but Piper can work with Jane, and I know it might not look like it and it might seem crazy, but we'll discuss that more when we do a team building video for Jane. And I can't wait to cook up some team ideas for her, so please stay tuned for that, guys. I do think she will be broken and cracked out of this world, and I'm all here for it. I will do an update video once I get my hands on her and see just how busted and broken she really is. I don't have access to the creator program, so you guys will have to wait a bit until I can build her up properly. But there are other great creators who do have access to the creator program, and they will definitely have guides and breakdowns for her, so you can always check out those channels as well. Also, keep in mind that this is a pre-release analysis of her, and things can definitely change for sure, just like how they changed with Chingy a few days before they released her. So keep your fingers crossed and hope that she doesn't get nerfed down to death. But let me know if you guys are going to be pulling for Jane Doe in the comments, and if you guys think that she is overhyped, or the hype is justified. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, join the Discord down below if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves, and I gotta go back to watching some of that lovely Jane Doe. Sayonara.
보고 싶은 생각에 들어가 놀이창에 나는 말을 거는데 보내지는 않을래. 그린 한마디보다 조용함이 더 좋아. 기다리고 있지만 매일 이런 건 아냐. 난 재미없어 게임 같은 건 다 필요 없어. 아무리 좋아도 널 더 마음은 지겨운 걸.